Hello, this is me again, and in this video we will talk about brushes, what kind of brushes you will need to start the watercolor course. So actually we don't need too many, and I would say the minimum amount of brushes you would require is just maybe 4, and I will show you what I have and what of those brushes are actually quite essential and something just optional. Now, we start with the smallest one. It should be something like this for the smallest details. Size, which is usually here on the brush, it says 3.0, it could be 0. Material, absolutely irrelevant. You don't have to buy natural hair. In fact, I have all my brushes are synthetic. So these days manufacturers have achieved like nearly perfection in imitating natural hair. So there is no need, honestly, there is no need to buy natural hair brushes. Synthetic is absolutely fine. They have imitation of sable, they have imitation of Kalinsky, anything, squirrel. So this is the smallest one you need. Now, as always, at the end of the video, or it will be attached to the video, some file with the description of the sizes of the brushes that you would need. So this is the smallest one. Next one, it should be a round brush, something like this, like that, or like that, doesn't really matter. Size is 8, should be absolutely fine. Size 8, they're all the same with this marking. So as you can see, round brush is relatively same. Number 8. Then we need something bigger, something like that. In this particular case, marking is a little bit different. It says 4, but the size is really bigger than the 8 I showed you previously. So like if you look at this, so this is size 4, this is size 8. So you just judge on the actual dimensions of the brush. All of your brushes should be round brushes, which is the shape actually of the tip. Okay, so that is the next one. And ideally would be nice to have something like this for large washes. I like these brushes because they have this nice tip at the end, so it's kind of it's very universal, so you can make large washes, as I said, but at the same time it will let you do some details, high details. So that basically it. Everything else is optional. As an option, I would recommend to buy something like this. This brush is for calligraphy, and that is very cheap brush. So they cost maybe less than $5 in Asia, but it will let you to do very interesting strokes with this brush. Nice one. And also good to have something like this, the big one. It could be anything, even the 1.5 inch brush from paint store. Quality doesn't matter, because these big brushes we will be using for watering surface of the watercolor paper. Sometimes when we use techniques wet on wet, this brush is just applying coat of water to the paper surface. So this is a big one for watering. Something like this, it's size 20 for washes. Next size something like this, round brush. Then for the medium details, number 8, and something really fine for fine details like this, number 0 will do. So this is basically all you need, and that's absolutely enough for any task. I'm not a big fan of, say, flat brushes or any other shapes, because really and truly it doesn't really help that much. So for me to buy separate brush for some particular task, I don't know where you can use it, but some people of course will use it. Now, general advice: don't buy, of course, cheap brushes. Price wise, like say brushes like this would cost you something in the range of 10 euros and higher. This one, brushes like this, regardless of the assembly of this appearance, I believe this type of attachment of the hair to the stick called French, I think. So that one is about 20 euros. This thing about the same, 15, 20. That is anything from 2 euros. Now, not all the brands are good. So I recently bought this brush by Raphael. I'm so disappointed, and actually it's a natural hair brush, and you see what happens, what any brush supposed to do, a round brush. When you put it in the water, it's supposed to form nice pointy tip. This one actually doesn't, and so I don't like this brush. Money wasted. Whether this one, if you wet it, it immediately becomes nice and pointy, and that is synthetic sable. So this is synthetic, this is synthetic, absolutely fine brush, all Japanese made. This is synthetic, all some sort of imitation of sable or any other natural hair. This is synthetic. So as you can see, this is all you need for your brushes. That's basically it. Thank you very much.